Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited about this live topic today. I'm going to teach very simply how can you hit six figures and beyond within the first 6 months to 1 year. I'm going to break down step by step what my clients have actually done. I wrote down, I think it's six or seven of the primary things that my most successful clients have done. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if I just shared this with you? If I pulled back the layers, if I pulled back the curtain, so you knew step by step exactly what you could do to hit six figures and beyond in your business. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant. And I got started in my company over 20 years ago. I simply made a decision and I wanted to figure out how to take my knowledge as a corporate trainer, my experience, and how to package it into a product or service that would allow me to support others with the results that I knew how to create. Because I was a trainer, my specialty is being able to look at what anyone does professionally and supporting you with understanding how to take that knowledge, your background, your expertise, and your experience, how to put it in a structure that's the most profitable for you, the most marketable for you. Fast forward today, I have coached literally thousands of women all around the world, and it's been an absolute honor. When I got started in the business, I got started for one specific reason, and that was I wanted to figure out how to renegotiate the way that I was earning. I would get up in the morning, go to work, okay, and I was one of those people called the salary person, right? And so I work, 60, 70 hours a week, do the same thing, rinse and repeat over and over again. And I wanted to work differently. And I remember even when I left corporate, doing some sales work and thinking, okay, I could have some freedom. And I didn't like that either, right? I didn't like the fact that I had to be accountable to someone's time and I did not get to live and enjoy my life and do work that was meaningful to me. And so maybe that's where you are right now. You want to renegotiate the way that you work, you want to renegotiate the way that you earn, and I can tell you that running a business and packaging the results and transformation that you bring to the table will make all the difference for you. It has for me. I think about this that 20 years ago when I got started my business, my only goal was to be able to be the kind of mom that I wanted to be. I wanted to be home with my kids and I wanted to have income to be able to support them, but also to be able to be available to live my life and enjoy my life. And I know a lot of people who have time at home, but they don't have the income. Then you have the people who have the income, but they don't have any time. And I actually wanted both. And if you're that person and you desire both, then I know you're in the right place today. I'm going to pull back the layers over the next couple of minutes and just share with you what my most successful clients have done to be able to hit six figures and more quickly. Many of them have hit six figures within weeks, several. Many have within 3 months or less, many within 6 months, many within 1 year, and sometimes 18 months or 2 years. It all depends. But I will tell you that the clients who have hit six figures and beyond within 6 months, there is something they all have in common. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. And I hope that you've got a way to write down for yourself what I'm going to share so that you take action. Now, before I go into this live, I want to disclaim, okay? I'm going to shake your shoulders a little bit. If you've been watching me and you come and you sign up for my lives and maybe you've seen my webinar and you're like, this is great, but you haven't taken that action. You haven't signed up for the Giant Experience Master Training and let me coach you over the course of 2 days to help you unravel what this could be at the highest level. What are you waiting for? Okay. You don't need another video. You don't need another train. Now it's time to take an action for changing your life. I just got back from Puerto Rico recently, and I was there for about 30 days. And one of the dreams that I've had for my life about 10 years ago was to be able to work from anywhere. And now I've stepped inside of that dream 100% to be able to travel at will whenever I want to be able to work from anywhere in the world that I choose to. And I want to see more women renegotiate the way that they earn. I want to see more women who have said yes to themselves, are brave for themselves, who've shown up for themselves because you are smart enough. You are already creating amazing results for everyone else. Now it's time for you to create amazing results for yourself. So if you're ready, I'm ready. I want you to write here. I'm ready if you're ready. And I'm going to just jump into this live and I'm going to give you everything I've got. And my only goal is to see more of you inside of the Giant Experience Master Training. The next training is this weekend. There are about 8 spots left. So if you want to come, there's a spot for you. Take an action today. And I want to see you change your life. It starts with a choice. And sometimes it's not what you know that gets in the way. Sometimes it's what you don't know that is the thing that is the separator. Okay. So the very first thing that my clients who have hit 6 figures in 6 months or less have done is, number one, they take ownership of their highest skill set and how that skill set can create results for others. So let me break this down for you, okay? They take ownership over their highest level skill set and how that skill set can create results for others. So if you want to build a profitable business, 6 figures and beyond, right? Multiple 6 figures, $500,000, whatever it is, right? Or more in your business, it starts with you understanding that people are not just going to buy your course to buy a course. They're not going to join your coaching program just because it has a great name on it and it has a great logo on it. You don't need any of those things. A lot of my clients sell things and they've never done any graphic design work. They don't even have any fancy websites or anything like that because you don't need that. What you need to understand is, if you want to hit 6 figures and beyond, that what people really need from you are the results that you know how to create. And it's really important for you to understand how to distinguish between your passion and your highest level skill set that delivers results. Are we clear? Let me break this down. I have a passion for triathlons. I've done several of them, about 3 or 4, 3 full triathlons, 1 half triathlon. And I have a passion for them. But quite frankly, I'm slow. I'm a slow swimmer. I'm a slow runner, and I bike slowly. Okay. So I have a passion for them. They're very exciting to me. However, if I were starting a business today, for me to start a business, and my business would be to help people do triathlons as my primary, to help them get across the finish line quicker, faster, sooner. It's not my highest level skill set. So we can have things that we like to do that we're not that great at. And I think sometimes people will choose in business things that they have a passion for, and they overlook the thing that's their highest level skill set. So let me go deeper. Your highest level skill set could be a soft skill or it could be a hard skill. I'll explain. A soft skill for me was motherhood. I had all of these really great tips on how to date yourself individually as a mom and how not to lose yourself in motherhood. Now, that's a soft skill. It's not a hard skill. I didn't go to school to study it. But what I recognize is that I knew how to create that result for myself in tremendous ways. And I had the ability to transfer that exact result to others, to help them, show them exactly what I did so that I did not lose myself in the midst of motherhood. And because of that, I packaged that idea. I made that idea my first signature coaching program called Core Moms. Are you getting this? Okay. I had a hard skill. My hard skill is I worked in corporate for a Fortune 100 company as a corporate trainer. I designed courses, right? I did lots of training. I'm really good at it. Okay. And the reality is that was a hard skill that I had. All right. And it was a hard skill, it's a professional skill that I had. And I have the ability to look at what anyone's doing and show those individuals how to take what they're doing and how to package those things into a high level product or service as well. Okay. So, are you getting this? All right. The fact of the matter is, if you take your highest level skill set, in my case, my background to package content and knowledge at the highest level as a coach or consultant or a trainer, can do it in my sleep for myself, but also for any single person. So I've helped clients, hundreds of clients, whether they're medical doctors or Whether they're stay-at-home moms, I've showed each of them how to take their soft skills or their hard skills and how to monetize those by looking at many different structures that they can take their knowledge and put it in to sell it to serve other people. See, people want from you results, and people are willing to pay you high level for results. And so the thing that is always going to be the separator, there are always going to be people who are going to sell things, and a lot of times people sell things, they don't create any results at all. But you want to separate yourself from that market, and when you do, competition becomes irrelevant because you have the proof, you have the ability to create results. You guys getting this? All right. If you're watching the replay, I want you to write, I'm getting this. And if you're watching me live, whether it's on any of the platforms that we stream from, right, I'm getting this, okay? Because it's really important. The clients who have created six-figure plus income in 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, or less, they all have taken ownership over their highest level skill that creates a result. And notice I didn't say they're taking ownership over the fact that they have a coaching business. They're taking ownership of, no, listen, lots of people have a coaching business and they own it, okay? And they take ownership over it, but they don't know how to create an amazing result for someone. And the thing that's going to create a separation, Georgia, thank you for writing that, is the fact that you do have the ability to create results. Number two, the second thing that I've observed that all of them have in common, those who have hit six figures and beyond, okay, within a relatively short period of time, is that they stop undervaluing themselves completely. So undervaluing yourself, it's like really one of these things where you create great results for others, but you are underselling what you're doing, or you're trading time for dollars for what you're doing, or you're afraid to stand in your value and charge your worth, right? And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in step three, what they also have in common that's helped them with this. But I want you to understand that if you're talking about hitting six figures and beyond with your knowledge, what's really important is to know your value, to actually understand that based on what you do, what you really should be charging for the results and transformation you bring to the table. People will pay you for results. All right. So a lot of times we're hung up around prices because we never have thought about selling anything that we have based on results and transformation. We've always thought of selling things being transactional, or here's the worst thing ever. Like, you know how people will Google what other people are doing or search what other people are doing. They're like, ha, that's the secret, right? You know, you're charging that, I should charge that. Your picture's to the right, my picture should be to the right. Your picture should not be to the right, and you should not be charging what this other person is charging. The reality is people are paying you based on what you bring to the table. The way you value the transformation that you bring to the table is completely different than someone else who's doing something in likeness as you. Okay, people are paying you based on your background, your experience, your expertise, your knowledge. They're paying you because of the failures and then the success that you created directly, you know, because of what you know how to do. And you got to understand that your clients are standing on your shoulders, right? Like literally, you know, when I got started in my business, I didn't have any clients. I didn't know much about coaching business. All right. But I knew that I could do it. I hired tons of amazing coaches over the last 20 years who all showed me many different techniques of how to build a great coaching business. And as a result of that, I'm able to transfer my knowledge step by step to my clients, even though in the beginning I didn't know anything about building a coaching business or if it would be right for me. You know, as a result of me building my business and becoming an author and then writing professionally for many different publications and shooting segments for Emmy nominated and nationally syndicated television shows, being signed to an Emmy nominated and nationally syndicated television shows, I could then share with my clients how they could do exactly the same. You see, it's your experience, it's your background, it's your talent, it's your skills, the things you've overcome that and you've created results in that you can transfer to others. And ultimately, that's what people are paying you for. They're not paying you because your course is 10 modules. They're not paying you for any kind of training at all. They're paying you for the results that you know how to get them. And if you focus primarily on charging based on the results that you bring to the table, it will change your entire business. In fact, you will explode. Let me tell you something. Like, literally, it will allow you to look at your ideal client differently. When you start thinking about the results that you bring to the table and the benefactors of the results that you bring, man, like the skies becomes the limit. I find most of my clients initially are working with the wrong clients. They don't understand all the different clients that they could play with if they just simply package their knowledge to create results for others at the highest level. Okay, if you're getting this, you're getting some ideas. I want you to write, okay, lights on, or you can post a light bulb. And if you're watching the replay, totally do that, because I'll come back and check out your comments here as well. But my only goal is to support you today with understanding how is it that my clients who have hit six figures within 6 months, how have they done it? Or sooner, what did they do? Okay. And this is number three. Number three is that they decided to work with me so that I could hold them accountable. All right. They decided to work with me so that I could hold them absolutely accountable. Now, why is that important? That's important because a lot of times when you are packaging what you do and you don't know how to do it, likely you need someone that's already done it successfully that can guide you on best practices. That goes without saying. And this idea that slows us all up is trying to coach ourselves and trying to teach ourselves that which we do not know. Okay. Are we clear about that? But the other piece of this that I've seen over the years is that if you don't have someone that holds you accountable for your value, sometimes you might just say a different price. So I teach all my clients how to sell what they're doing for high ticket, $2,500 or more, and most of them are or more. Okay. Because of that and having that accountability, they actually do move in the direction of asking for what they deserve. And if you found that whenever it's time for you to increase your prices at the highest or tallest level, you shrink, you probably don't have the accountability that you desire. I see this all the time. We role play on the calls. I'll role play with them. If they've got a big meeting, they've got a great contract, something they need to negotiate, or they're pitching to corporate and they're trying to understand exactly how to say it, what to do. All right. Well, it's because they have the accountability. It's because they have the example. It's because they have a customized solution for their scenario that they're able to create that result and understand for the very first time how to build out for themselves the template for themselves. Why am I saying this? There's more than one way to sell what you have. I was just breaking down with my clients recently a sales method, and it's one that I designed called the PATH method. And it's an incredible method to show them how to sell in a way that's organic and true to them without being salesy, without using any real major script, with understanding how to build the elements of who you are in an authentic way so your clients say yes to you quickly. All right. To me, a client saying yes is the client asking you for the sale, right? And there's a process that you can take a client through that allows the client to learn that. I teach them the PATH method. And the PATH method is really a really incredible proven method that has helped many of them hit six figures and beyond. It's not just the amount of knowing just what to say, right? It's not just having a certain dollar amount. It's actually understanding how to have command over your conversation related to the value and the transformation that you bring to your ideal clients. It's understanding, how in an authentic way to be able to have a closing conversation with your ideal client. It's understanding how to listen to the client when the client is saying, yes, yes, this is what I want, right? And then, and you can hear them and you're not afraid to take that next step and journey with them. I hope you're hearing me. My only goal today is to support those of you who've been wanting to hit six figures and beyond within 6 months or less. All right. And if you want to do that even in a year, many of my clients have done this over and over again. I've had clients who've closed within weeks, multiple six figures within months, multiple six figures within 6 months, within 1 year, within 18 months, 2 years, etc. However, I wanted to focus today specifically for those of you who want to understand what's the mindset of the person that closes so quickly, because you're smart. You're sharp. What is it that they're doing that you're not doing? Let me just recap real quick and then I'll get to the next one. Number one, they take ownership over their skill set that delivers the highest level of value. And they don't mix their purpose with the skill set that delivers the highest level of value. Number two, they stop undervaluing themselves completely, meaning they no longer undersell, undervalue, trade time for dollars. They no longer get in their way around their value. All right. And that is a mindset game. I am telling you, okay, because it's really, really important. You know, the client will pay you based on whatever you believe it's worth. You establish your prices, but if you don't think it's worth it, then you're likely not going to ask for the sale. Number three, they work with me so I can hold them accountable, and I hold them accountable to the results that they want. And I think that if you are talking about having quick, fast results, you cannot do that and hide, right, and not hold yourself accountable. You actually do need to have the results that you desire. Okay. Number four, all right, they start to tell the truth about their results, um, the results of their skill set. So the fourth thing is that now I'm going to go all in on this, okay? They tell the truth, all right? And I'm into people that tell the truth. I hope you are too. They tell the truth, okay, about the results that this skill set can create. And you have a responsibility if you're creating results for others to share the kind of results that you can create for others. And it's what I teach my clients, what I've taught them since the beginning of time. If what you're building creates results, there is going to be proof. The proof is going to be old proof, which demonstrates that consistently you've been able to create results. And it's also going to be new proof. All right. And I show my clients how to build their resume of proof. You know, if I think about we just put together one of our testimonial reels, and just one reel was like, it was like 4.5 hours or something, like, you know, it was something wild, right? And then we have another reel, and I'm just like, you know, I love it because there's nothing that I could tell my clients that I do that I cannot show them. I mean, if I tell you I do TV, can I show you something more than a symbol? Yes, I should be able to show you that I've been on TV. If I tell you that I've worked with a corporate brand, can I show you that I am in the store with the brand doing the work? Yes, I hope so. If I say that I create amazing masterminds that are profitable for my clients and they create amazing results, can you hear my client share with you the results that they got at the mastermind? You should be able to. If I say to you that my clients have come to a mastermind, a training, a 2-day, or whatever the event is, and they've created amazing results, can you hear them say, countless numbers of them, over and over again, that they got amazing results? I show my clients how to package their proof, to tell the truth, to become comfortable with that. And a lot of us are not comfortable with it because, you know, we've been shamed around. It's like, oh, you're being braggy, right? Like, but no one wants to work with you if you can't deliver results. And no one's going to pay you high ticket if you cannot demonstrate that what you're saying you do, you do. Okay. I hope that you have the opportunity and the fortune to attract a discerning buyer. And a discerning buyer is a person that is not just listening to something at face value. You want to see that that's real. Okay. You know, you want to know that that's real. And I think that's really important. And if you are looking to hit six figures in 6 months, you got to understand, one, how to take what you're doing and create results. But number four, you've got to know how to package that proof. You've got to tell the truth about the results that you are creating. Your clients, if they're getting results, they'll happily. Let me tell you, if you've coached thousands of people, if you coach hundreds of people, if you coach 20 people and you created amazing results, why would your clients not say that you created amazing results if you've done it? Okay. And so you want to build your business so that you are telling the truth. Your clients happily want to share. And if you create results, they want to share it. Okay. Are you guys with me? Is this making sense? So, so important. Number five. Okay. And one of the things that I noticed that they all have in common, my clients who hit six figures in 6 months or quicker, okay, is they learn quickly how to sell to the right audience. So sometimes we're great at what we do, but we just don't know how to sell to the right people. Like, you could have a great product in the wrong audience. So it means that it's a great product, but people aren't creating results, not because the product won't create results. It's just you are in front of the wrong audience. And I think that's one of the things that we do really well is helping clients understand who their audience is and how to pitch specifically to that demographic. So whether it's corporate, whether it's the um, you know public sector, whether it's an agency, whether it's an individual, whether it's a media buyer, whether it's licensing to someone, there's a different way to pitch what you have to your audience. And that's really important. And the clients who've created record success quickly have learned who that audience is and how to construct a message for that audience. And that ideal client then comes to them over and over and over and over and over again. And selling becomes easy and effortless. Now, I like to run ads, but the reality is that I don't have to run ads. I like to run ads, but I don't have to run ads. A lot of my clients don't run ads at all. Some of them do. It's just a matter of what you want to do because they don't like to, right? They don't want to. Okay. So the reality is if you construct the right message, you get in front of the right audience, there are many different options to have your clients come to you. A lot of you from just seeing me here on my live broadcast, come sign up for our Giant Experience Master Training, sign up for the webinar, right? Because it's a great vehicle to connect with your audience. So you don't necessarily need paid strategies to attract your audience. You don't necessarily need just to go live, right, to attract your audience. There are many different ways to get in front of the right clients. I have clients who never come on Facebook at all, who've never done any paid strategies at all. They only pitch in the corporate space. Okay. Right. And knowing how to do that in a way that is very, very powerful. You have control in many different ways to get in front of an incredible audience that's just waiting for you. So half the battle is knowing how to sell to the right audience. Where is that audience? And then when you do have access to that audience, how to pitch to them. Number six is the last thing that I have here. And that is the clients who hit six figures in 6 months or less. They are investors in themselves. And I know you're like, well, of course they are, but no, they invest time, money, and energy. Like they're the people who, when they hear about something, they get it right away, number one. And they're the people that are not just consumers of courses, curriculum, knowledge. They are people who actually do the work. They put their energy toward the programs that they've invested in so that they can maximize those programs. And so I told you I was going to step on your toes here because some of you have invested in programs over the years and maybe you haven't done the work. All right. And so maybe the reason you didn't get a result is not because of what you've invested in. Maybe it's because of how you've shown up. I think that people who have created six figures or greater that I've worked with within 6 months, quick, fast, soon, they take 100% responsibility for the results. They are accountable. They do the work. They do the heavy lifting. If I suggest to them to read something, if I suggest for them to write that pitch out a certain way, they come to the coaching calls ready, right? Because they are ready in the truest sense, right, to realize their goals. So I hope that there's something. Was there something? There was a lot of good stuff here that I said that really supports you in understanding that this is absolutely possible for you. And this does not have to take a long time. You can renegotiate your work, the way that you earn. You can take your knowledge, your skill set, and your talents and put it in a structure that you can monetize. But you've got to show up for yourself in that way. I want to open the floor for a second and learn from you. Any ahas or takeaways that you've had as a result of being here tonight. And I would love to hear from you directly. I'm also going to post a link for the Giant Experience Master Training. For those of you who are like me, I love this. What's the next step? And I'm going to share with you that next step. And that next step is, I have a fly right here, guys, on my computer. Okay, but I'm going to share with you the next step and a visitor. That next step, which is the master training. And there you'll learn exactly what you need to do to be able to take your knowledge, your skill, your talent, your background, your gifts, and put them in a structure that you can monetize on or offline. And I'll show you the best practices. I'll be able to coach you directly over the course of 2 days. The next live training is with me this Saturday from 11 to 7, and Sunday from 11 to, I think, 3 o'clock on Sunday. So 2 days, and I'm there with you. You also get access for 45 days to 10 plus hours of training that you can watch from the comfort of your home. And I love the master training online because you don't have to get a plane ticket. All you've got to do is get a babysitter if you've got a child, right? And pack your lunch, and you can learn from the comfort of your home. And it's immersive. And the women that I've worked with have gotten amazing results. And I'd love to support you with your next step. Are there any questions, ahas, or takeaways for me? Any ahas or takeaways from me for those of you who are watching me live here? Okay, I'm happy to answer anything that's on the floor. It's been an honor to have the opportunity to share with you today. And I told you it was going to be a tough live. My only goal is to see is to see more of you, right? Take that next step. Georgia writes, I'm looking forward to the masterclass. The last part of number 1, creating results for others, is my takeaway. That's so important. I think a lot of times people focus a lot, Georgia, on what they want to teach, but it's not really about that. It really is thinking about what's the value of what you teach that can create a tremendous result for me. And when I start looking at what I bring to the table from that perspective, then you can see different buyers who are on the floor waiting to work with you, right? Because sometimes people aren't just interested in learning things. I mean, there are tons of free things we could just learn, via Google. What's your separator? What's the thing that distinguishes you? There are tons of people who are teaching how to package knowledge and how to sell things for high ticket. What's the thing that separates me? Results. Okay, sure, I could tell anybody could tell you anything. Okay, anybody can tell you anything. At the end of the day, are the clients getting amazing results, packaging their knowledge in many different industries? Are they able to, within a short period of time, with 6 months, 1 year, package their knowledge and to price it and to position themselves in the marketplace differently? Are they able to sell? Do they know what they're selling? Are they able to literally walk into rooms in completely different ways? What the results are seems to be the key. What the results are is an important component to separating yourself in the marketplace, no matter what you're doing. And those are the only clients I want to work with. Like, if you just want to take money for the sake of money, it's like, that's ridiculous. And that's a business that's going to create a headache for you, not the kind of business that I want to help people build. I want to show people how to build high integrity businesses so that when you get yourself free, you get to stay free. And I know that a lot of the women that I work with are smart, they're sharp, and they're absolutely incredible. And that's what they want. They've gotten themselves free, and they are free, and they get to stay free because they learn things that really, truly work. And I only teach what I've done. I only teach what I know works. And if I notice that there's something I'm teaching that needs to be tweaked, I tweak it and I teach that. Right. So you'll notice that I'm excited to have the opportunity to train you in the master training this coming weekend. And I look forward to supporting the rest of you in saying yes to yourselves in this upcoming year. You can change the trajectory of 2023 by simply making a decision and a choice and investing in yourself. All right. Are there any final questions before I sign off? I want to thank you for being here tonight, because you could have been anywhere. You decided to be right here. And I'm so excited that you made that decision. It was the right decision. And I wanted to just simply honor you and give you the best of what I have. And I hope that there's one thing or two that you're able to use as a result of what you heard tonight. I appreciate you for being here, as always, and have a great and amazing night.